Did you know that I actually got this hat from John Wayne himself? Yes, that's right. Today we're looking at people lying on the internet for no apparent reason. I call everyone out on their BS, including the CEO. It's got me very far in my career. The CEO has publicly admitted that he's afraid of me and my abilities. He's fully went out on the balcony, by the way. You know Lynn? I'm terrified of her because she's just proper scary, isn't she? Once a higher up tried to write me up and I signed it, kiss my $$. Don't know what that means. Then winked at them and blew a kiss. Oh, so cold, man. So tough. It got me promoted. I support this message. We get it. You're a big scary fella, lunatic Lynn. Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I believe you, man. I believe you, please. My kid's so smart. Knows CPR, know their full names and can write their names too. Says here they're still learning. I can do that. Get better. That really makes me so proud though, man. They amaze me every day with what they know and how fast they learn. 20 days till they're 4. Are you telling me your 3-year-old knows CPR? I only learned CPR in year 7. A 3-year-old's not in year 7. And I'm sorry, you expect me to believe this when you can't even type a sentence yourself. I remember the time I dyed my hair black in summer and was upstate tubing with friends and family. My hair was slicked back and I was laying on my tube when a boy and his father were in the canoe next to me, and I heard him ask his dad, why is Loki wearing a bikini? And I flipped off my tube. Yeah, that Loki didn't happen, man. You keep telling yourself you look like Loki. Give yourself some sort of celebrity lookalike. At least you've got one. My Uber driver overheard my phone call about the memorial, unspecified. I hang up the phone and he says, I hate to ask, but did you know Charlie personally? I'm just gonna say I don't know who Charlie is. I don't know what Charlie they're talking about. I said yes, and he immediately started bawling his eyes out, telling me about him returning to Christ. The power of Charlie. I'm gonna take a wild guess at who this Charlie is. Just mentally though, I'm not gonna say anything. I said yes, and he immediately started bawling his eyes out. Okay, pal, maybe he was just having a rough day and he's like, why is this man in my car? I don't want a friend of Charlie, unspecified, in my car. Back in my single days, I took this girl out for a date. Arrive at the restaurant, greet her. She's like, didn't you forget something? No, I didn't. What do you mean? I ordered the most expensive stuff on the menu, caviar, wagyu, and Lee. The bill was her gift. So flipping tough, man. Top 10 coldest moment. So tough, man. Like, honestly, posting this on the internet and getting everyone to be like, oh my gosh, that's so tough. That's so flipping tough, man. Get a grip at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand why you need to lie to absolute strangers. Who are you trying to impress, man? I transferred to a different job, and 3 days later, after the new guy destroyed 3 million in equipment, 3 million what? Yen? Grams? My old manager showed up and literally got on his knees and begged me to come back. Still didn't. And then they erupted into applause, and everybody patted me on the back, and I got a £1 million raise. Yay! The end. I'm sorry, but what type of people do you actually expect to believe that your manager showed up to your new job and literally got on his knees like this? Please come back. Oh my god. Girl said she doesn't date short guys. I told her I'm 5'6". I'm 5'4", in fact. But I was already outside. She pitied me and still went. Then we got out of the car and she realised I'm actually 6'1". And then everybody started screaming and crying and saying, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. I told her at the end I couldn't see her again because she's too short. Short kings. I did this for us. By the way, I'm sure she was devastated when you said that she's too short, right? I'm going to read this because I think it's really funny. Found the nearest trans-owned bakery and ordered a Charlie unspecified cake. Either I get the cake or I win $1 million lawsuit. Stay tuned. How do you specifically find a trans-owned bakery? I'm gonna quickly Google something. How do you know a bakery's trans-owned? What, am I misreading what trans-owned means? Interesting. Yeah, but that just shows how immature you are. I'm gonna move on so I don't have to stare at his name. One time I was on a date in high school and I got pulled over and the officer let me off with a warning, but fined my date $100 because she was only 4'8" and by law was supposed to be in a booster seat. And honestly, I think about this a lot. Right, first of all, how old was your date? Because I was not in a booster seat 8 inches ago. So you're telling me this girl who you took on a date is smaller than the average 13-year-old, right? That shows what type of person you are, my guy. That is atrocious, by the way, because you've just admitted to being something that you very well could be. You just incriminated yourself there. This is a long one, so lock the flip in, guys. I22F was at the grocery store after work in leggings and an oversized hoodie. Nice detail. And I was just there to grab bread and oat milk. Nice detail. Minding my own business. Am I reading a fan fiction? This couple walks by me in the bread aisle and the husband's pushing the cart, but the wife's glued to his side. I barely noticed them until the wife goes, excuse me, can you not stand like that in front of my husband? I thought she meant I was in the way, so I moved and said, oh, sorry, but she goes, no, I mean, it's inappropriate to stand there like that. You're being very distracting. I looked down at myself, messy bone hoodie and sneakers, not the messy bone. The least distraction outfit possible. I say, ma'am, I'm literally trying to pick up a loaf of bread. Crosses her arm and says, you young girls have no respect. You know exactly what you're doing. At this point, the husband looks like he wants to disappear into the rye section. Nice detail. He mumbles, honey, please. And it starts to push the cart away. She glares at me one last time and says, cover up next time you're in public. I just smile and say, yeah, I'll make sure to wear a full suit next time I buy carbs. Oh, cooked her. And then everyone clapped and cheered. And then the wife turned this massive ball of flames. And then the husband like patted the girl on the back and was like, oh yeah, thank you so much. My wife's horrible to me. And then the girl was like, no problem. And then he went, did you know that I'm actually king of the world and I can give you £5 million? Here's £5 million. So then she gets a £5 million and she invests it and turns into the like most richest person ever. True story, by the way. I was genuinely there. I was the messy bun. Strangers saw me paint a mountain in Boulder. They found me Instagram and sent me this. How have you not noticed there? They're literally like this. That is abnormally close for a stranger. Mom, this trend is kind of scary. A 12-year-old's honest take on the 6'7" trend. Honestly, this generation will do any trend someone makes, even if it's the most mindless thing in the world. People don't even think before they do it, and that's the dangerous part. Thinking before you act is the most important thing. It's not that the trend is bad, it's just how people are now. And honestly, it's annoying. It's the weirdest thing in the world. 12-year-old's perspective. I'll happily say 6'7". 6'7". I don't think it's the best meme in the world, but I think it's class. Look, I'm kind of exposing myself here. You see this? Oh, I'm kind of doxing myself here. See that one? This is genuinely just loads of screenshots and pictures of 6'7". So this is when I was on 67 subscribers. This live stream I was watching had 67 viewers. There was this game, right, called A Barbershop Haircut That Costs a Quarter, Robbie. 67% likes. And on that atrociously brain-rotted note, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Bye.